Aston Villa 0, Man United 0, and nothing has changed. You don't fool me. Man United don't fool me. Erik ten Hag don't fool me anymore, because they have for a long time. I'll admit that. But right now, with what I see, the performance today doesn't suggest anything long term. So what I will do, just to make it abundantly clear, is talk about not even positives, but talk about the things that aren't just cussing and just moaning for no reason kind of vibe. Yeah, our team shape was better. We went 4-4-2. From a defensive point of view, we were more compact and we defended better. Last two games we've conceded 6 goals. Today we scored 0. We did score 0, but today we conceded 0. So no problem. Johnny Evans, give him his flowers as well, because he's come in out the blue, out the dark, and as an experienced defender, just defended properly, looked steady. Maguire, apart from one little silly elbow or stupid tackle on Ollie Watkins, again, we look better with those two, which is more shame on De Ligt and Martinez than anyone else. But those two deserve their flowers, especially Johnny Evans. And that's it. In terms of that, the team shape was better. But by going 4-4-2, what did it really show us? Did we create more chances? Not really. Did we dominate the ball? Did we keep the ball better? No. I counted in the match view, there was a whole 10 minutes where we didn't have the ball. A whole 10 minutes. Players making stupid decisions, players making silly fouls. When we could counter attack, it was breaking down. And if anything, the people can say this is negative and this, that, and the other, but it's true with what we saw. If anything, Villa had a shit day. They had an off day, and Man United were in self-preservation mode to survival mode, which, okay, I understand. It's a tough away day for Villa, but in front of Sir Jim Ratcliffe, Omar Barada, Jason Wilcox, Dan Ashworth, yeah, and whoever else was there, Sir Alex, Sir Jim, etc., in front of those guys, that's not enough. That's not enough. And it wasn't even good enough to say that was papering over the cracks. It's not like we won with a little fluky goal near the end. Obviously, Bruno hit the crossbar. We had a couple of shots on target here and there. But there was nothing. There was nothing. For anyone suggesting that was something to build upon and that was a really good performance, etc., at least we didn't get mashed up. Last game, they beat Bayern Munich 1-0, so we should count our lucky stars. So anyone kind of going down that route, have a look at where we are in the league, mate. This is our worst start to the league since 1989. Manchester United are 14th. And our second worst start to the league was Erik ten Hag the year before. So let's not try to paint this in a positive light for the sake of doing that. Because what I'm not doing is just saying it's negative for the sake of trying to be negative or the sake of trying to, I'm just trying to scream now because I've changed my opinion, etc. Now I'm just stuck in this negative thing. No, let's look what we just saw. We're the XG merchants. The XG was shit today. Let's be honest. That was just 2 teams today that were actually quite poor. And it'll be very interesting to hear how the 2 managers talk about this after the game, because I bet you any money Erik ten Hag will go along the lines of defensive solidity, we stuck together, we had some chances, should have been better, this, that and the other, and we'll see it as a point to build on. Whereas Emery and the Aston Villa fans will see it as Man United are a bogey team. We just can't get past them. But next week, or when we get back out the international break, they'll be back to normal. They'll be winning games. They'll be back to free-flowing football. So, yeah, we're a bit of a bogey team to Aston Villa. But let's not kid ourselves. Let's not kid ourselves to what we actually just saw. The positives, like I say, I reiterate, was the fact that Johnny Evans came in and Maguire came in and actually we look better. But actually, that's alarming. Because when we had got to take out De Ligt and Martinez, that's a problem. At the top end of the pitch, Rasmus Højlund, he ran about a little bit. Nothing really going on there. Garnacho huffed and puffed a little bit. Rashford looked the most likely with a couple of shots on target here and there, but then started getting into silly modes and started fouling. Was not going to say lucky to stay on the pitch, but was going into an area where you're going, if he has one more, he's going to get sent off. So he had to get him out of there. Kobbie gave the ball away quite a few times. He wasn't at his best. Bruno, same old shit, giving the ball away. Not a witch hunt, just the facts, just saying what I saw. Kept giving the ball away, and Spurs are in straight away, and they've nearly scored after 15 seconds, but didn't. But yeah, it's very, very similar to what we've been doing. The only difference was that there was a different shape. The only difference is that we went more conservative to try and save ourselves from getting destroyed, but we did nothing, mate. We did nothing with the ball. We did nothing without the ball, really. And Aston Villa, they were just as poor as us. Let's be real. They were just as poor as us. So Ineos still should make the call. Erik ten Hag still should leave. You know, we haven't won in the last 5 games, and the last team we beat was in League One. And the other team before that we beat was Southampton the game before, who were down the bottom of the table in the relegation zone, probably not far away from us. So right now, this is a 40 point. This is a 40 points vibe. This is a Matisse and Chelsea last year. Get to 40 points. Let's not trick ourselves. Yeah, 14th in the league, mate. So I don't want to hear it's something to build upon or well, you said Flex would get destroyed. You said would get beat really badly. Fair play. The annihilation and the sacrificial Sunday didn't quite happen. But what I'm not going to do is go, well, you know what, that weren't as bad as I thought, you know. I'll tell you what, 0-0 wasn't that crazy, wasn't that bad. Maybe we can come out in the international break and go to Bill. We've been here before, mate. We've been here before. And if anything, I know it sounds maybe defeatist and that, and I am defeated right now. But let's be honest, it just showed us up for what we are. Like, we didn't cause too much problems to Aston Villa. And I'm looking at it more that it was out of character for both teams. Out of character for us to be compact and organised and not concede stupid goals and sort of, not lose. So that's out of character for us. And out of character for Villa for playing like that, not really creating clear-cut chances. The Jaden Philogene chance near the end, Dalot does well to block that. Other than that, what really was there? Like, what did we do? Bruno free kick, couple of shots from Rashford here and there. So I mean, that was it. That was really it. We didn't do enough. We did not do enough. So we weren't on the front foot. Villa weren't, on the back foot, really scared of us. It was a nothing game. It was a mere game. And if I'm Sir Jim Ratcliffe and all those guys who made the decisions, I'm looking at the last 5 games and I'm saying we've been way off it, mate. Been way off it. And in a season-defining week, let's be honest. In a season-defining week, we've got 2 draws, mate. We've got 2 draws. 1 draw from being 2-0 up. So we're winless in Europa League. We're winless in the Premier League in the last 2 games. Like, what other evidence do we really need? Like, what are we going to do? Wait for the next catastrophe to lose heavily against someone else? I don't get why we would wait for that. But what will probably happen is, he probably will. I don't think Ineos will make the call to dismiss Erik ten Hag. They'll probably leave it a little longer, which I think is the wrong decision, but I think they will. Maybe if we would have got licks 2, 3, 4-0, then it would have made the decision a lot easier. The fact we've got a draw, maybe they won't. But I disagree with that decision wholeheartedly. And that performance doesn't fool me. That does not pull the wool over my eyes. So let me know what you guys are thinking. Let me know how you're feeling about it. If you think I'm just being negative, that's your opinion. If you agree, you agree. Let me know what you peeps are saying. I'm out of it. Peace.